Rabenkowski at Hy-Vee in Sycamore, Illinois, with Lisa, our favorite dietitian. Sorry, Becky, if you're tuning in, but Lisa's here. What about alcohol? So what about booze, and how does it fit into your macros, your meal plan, your nutrition, your calories, or otherwise? So we're actually standing in the liquor department. Tim, if you want to shift a little bit to your right. Or yes, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
And when you came in and said, what about alcohol? It's like, oh great, what about alcohol?
Yeah, now what? This is probably our most asked question when we look at individuals we meet with on a one-on-one basis or in a one-on-group basis at our club talking about food. Inevitably, and some people want to do it on the side. They're like, hey, look, I like to have a few beers, or what about my wine? I didn't want to ask in the group, but inevitably that question comes up. So we thought we would come over to Hy-Vee, especially because at the time this is being shot, we're going to be grilling and sitting on the patio, the deck, in the backyard.
Right. Beautiful weather.
Beautiful weather, enjoying our favorite beverage. So we thought we'd do a piece on it. Now, Lisa, what do you have?
So I have the Skinny Margarita, which has less calories than a regular margarita have. And this Skinny Girl has really taken over with all her low-calorie products, and this is one of them. The other thing I have is LaCroix, so that's a sparkling water, and you could use that with a little bit of your favorite alcoholic beverage, like a little vodka or rum or something like that. And you could also make mocktails. You don't have to have the cocktail, but you could make cocktails or mocktails with this. And again, there's no calories in these sparkling waters.
So the cocktails would be a way to use the sparkling water. And by the way, Hy-Vee actually has their own brand of these, which are awesome. It's the brand I buy. LaCroix is fine. There's other brands out there. But then the mocktails, so even if you wanted to make a meal, you're entertaining guests, and maybe you have some that either aren't of age, or here's an idea, they're going to be the responsible adult and driver, they can still have the mocktail. And we've actually done that before here when we cooked at Hy-Vee.
And they, LaCroix has a great website where they list all kinds of cocktails and mocktails using the LaCroix.
And that's something we're going to be doing another cooking event here at Hy-Vee. We will do some of the mocktails, but this is probably a grossly underutilized way to take some of the calories out of your mixed drinks without compromising the taste.
And the flavors and everything you still want from your alcoholic beverage.
And then, we were in one of the aisles over there, and we're not going to try and go there for microphone cord reasons, but like Chi-Chi's, Margaritaville, a lot of the big names are playing catch up or follow the leader, which appears to clearly be Skinny Girl. So there's a whole bunch of products. We know just in conversation in the aisle, Hy-Vee is going to sell at least 2 bottles of Skinny Girl from us having a conversation in the aisle today alone. But it's a great way to take some of the calories out of the drink.
And when people ask me, what about alcohol? Can I have some alcohol? The moderation thing always comes up. Yeah, in moderation. But like a glass of red wine after dinner or with your dinner is really okay to do. And it's full of anthocyanins and something called resveratrol, which is great for your heart. So you want to include some of those things sometimes.
So we know there's health benefits of the red wine. I'm not going to attempt to say the multi-syllable words you just did. There's healthy stuff in the red wine. The other thing is, and there's some that would make the case that it may aid in digestion a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's acidic in nature. So
well, and also there's nothing wrong with having a drink after dinner or with your dinner and relaxing from your day. I mean, life is meant to be enjoyed. So we can't have all these rules and regulations all the time. You have to enjoy yourself, and you have to enjoy your food. And that's one way to do that, is with a glass of wine or something like that.
And that, that's something we share with our clients at FitWorkz, and we share with people that are working with us on Eat by Color. And that can't be stated enough. Like, you are going to continue living, and your nutrition has to complement living, which means you need to be allowed to be okay, guilt-free, enjoying the occasional glass of wine, or maybe it is a mixed drink, and if you would feel better reducing the calories a little bit, maybe that means that you're actually going to explore the Skinny Girl products. Or if we look at the beer, and Tim, if you want to pan over at the cooler, Hy-Vee and Sycamore has a huge selection of craft beer as well as all of your favorite domestics. But if we look at the beer industry right now, we kind of jokingly said they have a product marketed towards women, but we have not just the light beers, we've got almost the light beers with the Miller 64, the Bud 55, the Michelob Ultras. So there are options out there, but at the end of the day, what Lisa said is totally right. It's okay within moderation to have the occasional drink and don't worry about it.
And you can think of it as 80-20. So 80% of the time you're eating very well, you're doing all the good stuff, and 20% of the time, hey, you're going to enjoy yourself too. You do a lot of work, but you still need a little fun time.
We have to have fun time.
Absolutely.
And in the United States, fun, celebration, grieving almost always revolves around food and drink.
Right.
And they go hand in hand, they go together. The other thing that we get is, well, all right, fine, you're telling me it's okay to have alcohol. Like, seriously? And they said yes. And we went just 3 weeks ago at the club. We had 2 gentlemen asking about alcohol. It was after a group event. They stuck around, had some more questions, and they said, well, should we just have vodka, or I've actually heard rum might be better, or what is the best? And the way we answer this is be realistic. If you really don't want to have a Skinny Girl margarita or a mixed drink, you really don't want to have a Chi-Chi's skinny margarita, or maybe red wine just isn't your thing, and maybe, yes, have what you like.
Right.
And here's one of the biggest reasons why. Once you've had a couple of these mixed drinks, you're probably going to be impaired enough to say, I'll forget it, I'm going to have the beer anyways. So you might as well have started with the beer, and in all likelihood, you may find you may only have had 1 or 2 beers instead of 2 mixed drinks and the 2 beers that you really wanted to begin with.
Right. So take your favorite that you like and just use moderation and some common sense and just enjoy it. Enjoy your evening or whatever you're doing with friends. And then the next day, hey, you're going to work harder and you're going to go back on your healthy stuff. And
that's
it
where
can all work together.
I like the 80-20. 80% of the time, if you're doing the little things well, the other 20% won't matter.
Right.
And I guess the other thing, if you're watching this live, we'd love to hear from you. If you're watching it on tape, we'd love to hear from you. Your comments and feedback are tomorrow's video idea. But the other thing is you have a registered dietitian and the author of Eat by Color saying within moderation, we're not saying to go be irresponsible, but we're saying if you actually want to have a drink, it's okay. And we're also saying if you want to have a drink and you're a little more conscious or concerned about what's in the drink, there's a lot of options out there today.
Right. So you can still find something that will work for you.
And then the other thing is like the mocktails. So even if you're having that mixed company over for an event, for a barbecue, you're going to be out on the deck or the patio, you can still have a beverage for everybody, even for some of those folks that maybe they are the designated driver, or maybe alcohol's not their thing. And go ahead and make them the mocktail.
Right. And there's so many different combinations in the mocktails. You got to check their website because it's amazing what all they have. And we've made some here in the store, and they're really good.
And that's the LaCroix website, right?
That's LaCroix's website. They have mocktails and cocktails.
So check out LaCroix's website for more ideas.
Right.
Watch this Facebook page in the near future for our next event that you all are welcome at here at the Hy-Vee in Sycamore.
It'll be May 4th.
May 4th. What was the
6
time?
6 o'clock.
At 6 o'clock. So May 4th, 6 o'clock, right here, 2600 DeKalb Avenue in Sycamore, Illinois.
We'll be in the club room.
We'll be in the club room. We'd love to have you come on out. We usually cook, share recipes, other good ideas. The most important thing is we have a ton of fun.
So everybody needs to come out because it's a lot of fun. And we make some fun recipes. And Ray shares some ideas from Eat by Color. And we whip up a couple quick, easy things that people could make at home and do very easily. Because I'm all about easy or it doesn't happen. So, yeah. And we'll do some mocktails.
And we'll do some mocktails so you can actually try some of the stuff we're talking about today.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. Again, if you're watching live, comment below. If you're watching later on YouTube or anywhere else, we'd love to hear from you. Kindly post a comment. Ray Binkowski, author of the book Eat by Color with Lisa Brandt, registered dietitian at the Hy-Vee in Sycamore, Illinois.